Ready? Go.
Alright, today I got an interview with Stash Cash. He's a lit rapper. Like, I feel like his music is really for the soul, you know? He be in his bag a little bit. But I like that. And his music, I watch all his music videos. And I like his old stuff because it's like, he tells a nice little story in his videos. And that's dope. A lot of rappers don't do that. They just be with their bros on the street. So that's dope. I love that about Stash Cash. Seems very humble, but I'm excited to meet him today. But Brianna J actually directed the videos, that most of the videos he's done. So go check out her interview, episode 3 in season 1.
Alright.
Period. Welcome back to the Tamara show. Today we're here with Stash Cash.
Hello.
Alright, so we're gonna do some icebreaker questions so we can get started.
Oh man, I'm nervous.
Nervous? I should be excited.
Okay.
So you're just gonna randomly take a piece of paper out and you can answer them one by one.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright. Alright. What are 2 truths and lies about you? You want 2?
2 truths and a lie.
2 truths about me? I like Netflix.
No.
And I love snacks. I'm very big on junk food. Those are 2 truths, and 1 lie is that I can't rap. That's a lie. I think I'm nice.
Oh, I heard you. Okay.
I think I got some skills.
I like that. You switched it up.
You know what I'm saying?
I like
Should
that.
I pick out another one?
Yes.
Okay, let's pick out.
You gotta do all of them.
Oh, I gotta do all the questions.
All the questions.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep these joints. Keep it open. Keep it open. All right. What was your childhood Who was your childhood celebrity crush? My childhood celebrity crush. That seems like a female question.
Nah, I know you gotta answer.
Seems like a female question. Like, who was your child? Like you had posters on the wall side. Like.
Exactly.
I like Megan Good when I was younger. She was bad.
Oh, why I heard Megan the Stallion in my head?
Nah.
Wow. Megan Good.
Megan Good. You feel me? She's the one. She was fire.
Do you remember when you first saw her, like in TV?
I think I first saw her in You Got Served.
Oh, okay.
I think her name was like Beautiful or something like that. Like,
Oh wait.
Was it that movie or something like
Was
that?
it her?
It had to be You Got Served. We might have to look into that. I'm sure it was though.
We gonna come back to that one.
Let's get to another one. Another question was, what's the story of your first? What's up with all these crushes? Crushes now. All right. What's the story of your first crush? Okay, that's interesting. So I was like extremely young around this time, and I think I'm 25 now. Around this time, I probably was like 5.
5?
I was like 5.
And you remember this?
I remember this joint because the girl came up and she kissed me.
In kindergarten?
Yeah, she kissed me, and it was funny because when she kissed me, we was in the schoolyard. She kissed me, and she just ran. And I felt like that was like the weirdest thing ever.
She had it on her chest
I was
all
like,
day.
It was like we was talking for a little while, then she came up and she just kissed me and then just ran. I was like, I was like, what's wrong? Okay, that was interesting.
Did she do it again?
No, she didn't do it again. She didn't do it again. But yeah,
She probably had a little date or something.
maybe. I think that probably was it. That makes sense. Okay. Oh, this is the last one? Oh, one more. What did you get into the most trouble for with your parents as a kid?
Oh, this is a good memory.
Damn. I'm not gonna lie. I got into a lot of trouble with my pops because I was stealing. I used to steal a lot. So yeah, I was bad as a kid.
It don't seem like it though.
Yeah, people grow up and change. I changed. I'm not the same no more. So
That's good.
yeah, that was one thing I used to always get in trouble for. I would have beat my ass too. Oh, excuse me. Can you curse?
You're good.
I'm sorry.
You're good. All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna jump right in. When did you start rapping?
I started rapping over 10 years ago. Like I've been rapping for a long time.
So
but
like
I
your
started
early
taking
teens?
my early teens
You say you're 25. So.
over 10 years ago. I ain't really want to say this exact date, but what around the time 50 Cent dropped his first album.
Oh.
I think that was like 2003. Get Rich or Die Trying, which was his first album. That was like the album that made me be like, oh yeah, I want to be a rapper. But as far as taking it serious, like I just started taking it like serious like in February.
Of this year?
Yeah, this year. But I always was rapping, like, but I never really pursued it and went the extra mile like I was supposed to until February.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
But were you doing shows, dropping
I was.
music before?
I was, but it was just for fun. You know what I'm saying? It was like a hobby more of,
Okay.
Me pursuing it and stuff like that. So yeah.
So what turned it on for you to be like, okay, this is something I'm gonna do for real?
Just like honestly, like being that I always loved doing it, and it was like natural to me. I started, social media grew, and I'm just starting to now see like everybody like doing music and actually making it. Like that's the thing that was like, wow, like not coming at nobody, but it'd be a lot of whack rappers. You feel me?
True.
And it's like they'll pop, like they'd come up with it, and they'd be like the next best thing, and I'm like, nah, they can make it, and I know I can make it, and it's just, figured I'll just take it serious, stop playing around, stop playing these games.
But you was in a group.
I was.
I see one of your throwback pictures on
Yeah.
the gram.
That was Schoolyard Boys. I was in like elementary.
Elementary?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't look that young.
Yeah, it was from like that was definitely elementary school, cause we all met in elementary. It was like in the schoolyard. Like that's why I did whatever the case may be. But that was another thing where it was like I didn't necessarily do it to become famous, or I didn't necessarily do it for the money, or it was just it was certain kids that like to go out to the park and play ball, and certain people that just like to do certain things. I was the type of person that like, I want to go to the studio and rap. I don't want to go to the park. I want to go to perform at a show. You feel me? So it was like more like a hobby thing.
Okay. That's dope. You still close with them?
Yeah, those are my brothers forever.
Brothers forever.
You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever felt discouraged since you started taking this very serious?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. It was, like, I expect, like, from my friends at least, it's like I be expecting them to be like, yo, come on, like, promote or whatever. And they'll do it a little bit, but then it's like, it won't be as much as I expect them to. And it make me feel like, yo, is it because you guys don't like it? Mm-hmm. Like, wow, like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand it. But it's a lot of times I felt discouraged and stuff. And even a new wave of music, like the type of the project I just released, it's like a different sound. I feel like it's a different sound from what's going on, from how music sounds today. So the type of music that people was consuming, I was like, well, they appreciate it. Right. You feel me? I wasn't sure if they would appreciate it the way I would hope they do, but they did. And I was like,
you got a lot of good feedback?
A lot of good feedback.
Alright, we're going to get into that a little bit later.
Right.
What were the obstacles that you faced since you started? Can you name like one or two?
As far as like good obstacles, bad obstacles? Like,
definitely good obstacles. Yeah, the ones that you learned from that, made you better.
One of them is performance, like as you know, like as you said earlier, like I started off in a group, so me actually being a solo act now and being on stage alone is different. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So once I like started doing shows, I had to learn how to get in tune and do crowd control and get people involved and stuff like that. So I feel like performance wise, I learned how to perform better as an artist, better than from in the past when I was in the rap group. Cause I could just be in the back and yeah. If I mess up, you mess up too.
So is it because you practiced it more that you were able to, you know, move the crowd? Or?
Yeah, that was another thing I did. I did rehearse a few times before I touched the real stage, and that's exactly one of the things that helped me a lot. Yeah.
Alright, that's cool. Do you have support from family?
Yeah. What would you say support? Not to turn the question on you.
No. Support in the sense of just giving encouraging words to you, or just saying, oh, I really like what you're doing. Because I know some people, like some family can be a little standoffish or hesitant about, especially parents, you know, watching their kids try something different. Right. Versus, you know, the jobs.
In that aspect, I have all the support in the world.
Oh, that's nice.
You put it like, that's what, I have all the support in the world. My family is really supportive of what I do and encouraged me a lot. You know, they started coming to my shows actually.
Oh, wow.
So, being, like, I have a big family too. So the last show I actually had, speaking of a show, I headlined at SOBs. And, you know, usually I do these shows and it just be my friends or whatever the case may be is. And I bring out a good 50 to 60 people to my shows. But my family came and I brought out like 150 people.
Oh.
So I was like, shout out to my sister Luthia. Because, you know what I'm saying?
She held it down.
She held it down. She sold them tickets for me and all that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Your family's very supportive.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sure they got all your music today.
Oh, yeah.
They on that.
My sister was like the first person to buy it. Literally, like, buy it.
That's good. I'm happy to hear that.
Thank you.
Do you think your obstacles shaped you into who you are today?
I do. I learned not to depend on people so much and start doing things myself, because I felt like in the past, you know, I depended on a lot of people to, you know, do things that, you know, me as an artist supposed to be doing, you feel me? So now, being a solo artist now, it's like, all right, cool, I know certain things I just got to do myself and make it happen, because if I don't make it happen, ain't nobody else's.
That's true. Yeah. Can you give us an example?
As far as, what was asked the question?
No, in regards to like you doing something yourself.
As far as, you know, booking shows and having, you know, reaching out to media, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, but don't managers do that?
Yeah, but fortunately,
you are your manager.
I am a manager. You know what I'm saying? I'm a manager. I'm my own PR. I'm my own everything. You know what I'm saying? So
you gotta get it done.
I gotta get it done.
That's good, but it's gonna come one day. So you put in the work now, and one day you could just wake up. All you gotta do is be there, and do the job.
Right. One thing I can say, I do have a good friend. You know what I'm saying? Where when I really need to be in artist mode, where I can't really focus on anything else. But you know, let's say for example, if I have a show, I do have a close friend. Shout out to Johnny. She does help me. You know, make sure everything is on. That's the person I would say is my manager.
Okay.
When I don't have that hat on.
She's on top of everything.
Yeah, she's on top of everything when I do.
That's good. Everybody needs somebody to keep them on their toes.
Right, exactly. So.
Yeah, you won't fall by the wayside.
Right.
Aside from music, what do you like to do?
I like to relax. I like to relax. I don't like to do nothing.
Netflix?
Yeah, I like Netflix. I like to chill, eat snacks, and if I like a perfect day for me would be laying in my bed, like watching Power or something, and just having snacks and not doing anything. Cause I'm always busy. You feel me? So
I was just about to ask, like, how many times does that happen? You just lay down. It's like that's the plan, and you wake up and a whole bunch of stuff.
Always gotta do something. It's it's either if it's not work, I do have a job. I'm not crazy.
Not there yet.
Yeah, exactly. So it's either work, either my second job, which is the music, and I'm a father. So you know what I'm saying. So even with that,
really?
yes, I have a 7-year-old son. So I could never relax. You know what I'm saying. I always every day have something to do. So sometimes I can't just chill and do nothing. I really do appreciate it.
I hope those days come very soon. I know I'm dying right now, and for me personally, experiencing it.
Right.
Are you currently in a relationship?
I'm talking to somebody.
Oh, it's not too serious?
We still early.
Okay. I don't know why, but I felt that.
We still early.
I felt that.
Yeah, I don't wanna, you know what I'm saying? Throw no bad juice out there. We good right now. You know
Okay, that's good. That's how it should be.
Right.
Okay, so, but you were in a relationship at some point, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how do you normally balance your job and a relationship?
I balance it by understanding that, you know, I'm busy. I can't always, you know, I can't be as available as she wants. You know, it sounds crazy.
No, that makes sense.
Okay, cool. Because I know females can be like, what you mean you ain't got time for me? Like what? But if she can understand.
Oh, but you gotta make time.
Of course.
For the people.
Of
You wanna
course.
make time for.
And that's a fact. So, you know, but sometimes people want a little bit more time than I can. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like if she understands that, you know, I got business to take care of, but I will make time for you, you'll be good.
Okay. As you should.
As it should.
Have you ever gotten your heart broken?
Yeah, I had.
What was that like?
That was like, I hate expressing how that felt, but that was a crazy time, you know, in my life, which is interesting because it that was one of the things that brought me back into the music. It gave me something to talk about, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So with that being said, of course I like, you know, trap type of music or whatever, but it's not the type of music that I like to make. So when I did go through that situation, it gave me a lane to be like, you know what, I can talk about this and the people who actually relates to it. So by me, you know, making them type of records and putting them out, that was like my, what you call it, like I was venting and, you know, that was my way of.
It was therapeutic.
Yeah, it was therapeutic for me and it worked out. So even though it was a bad situation, it turned out good because I feel like if it wasn't for me going through that, the project that I have out now wouldn't be what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you talk up. You know what? Let me stop. We're gonna get to your album. Cause I got a lot of questions.
Okay.
I got some questions for you.
Okay.
Alright, so tell me one short-term goal that you have and one long-term goal.
My short-term goal is to make enough money where I don't have to work for nobody no more. You know what I'm saying? And my long-term goal is to take that money and start my own business.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so you know that's the goal right there.
Being an entrepreneur.
Being an entrepreneur, yeah.
Yeah, no sleep.
No sleep. I don't get sleep now for free.
Okay.
For free.
Okay, so you already know how it goes.
Yeah, I'd rather get paid for not getting sleep. I'm doing it now for free. Shoot.
Alright, so tell us about your project and what was it like putting it together?
Putting the project together, it wasn't easy. It took about 2 years.
2 years?
It took about 2 years to put it together. I think the oldest record that I have on there is about 2 years old. That's a song called "Tried to Play," and I had that in the cut for a little minute, but I couldn't really put it out because I didn't know what to do with it. So just putting this, I just had to really think about where I wanted to go with it. It wasn't easy, of course, but I did it. You know what I'm saying? If I answered your question, I don't know. I don't want to dance around it too much. Did I answer that question good?
2 years, damn.
Yeah. Once again, because I didn't want to put nothing out too quick. And when the thing that I did want to put out is like, I want to make sure, it don't sound like what's going on, and it's me. It's true to me. I didn't want to do it because everybody else is doing it, and I just feel like it needs to be put out now. So I think it was worth it.
I like it. So how many songs on the album now did you record this year?
I recorded all of them this year except for that one record.
Really?
Yeah. Trying to play.
So why you didn't want to leave that one out? Some people be like, oh, this is too old.
Nah, because it was it relates to, you know, a part of what I went through, and it's a part of that song is actually my growth song. Like if you listen to the project, it opens up with a song called "Fuck You." So with that record, you know, it's like "Fuck you, bitch, I don't care." But then after that record goes off, Try to Play, which is like the one that comes right after that, is the one that's like, you know what? I don't want to talk about this ever again. You know, you're a dub. Way better as friends. It goes to be like, you know what? I'm done. Whatever happens is cool, but now I'm moving on, and now I can get back into my project and talk about other things.
Yeah. So see the song that you just mentioned.
Oh,
F you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, damn.
Oh man, yeah.
That's deep.
Let me tell you something actually about that record. So when I recorded that record, right, I have a little brother. He's about 17, 18 years old. And I had showed it to him and his friends. You know, they got a younger crowd than I do. And I showed it to him. He was like, yo, bro, this track is fire. Like, you need to record it or whatever. Like, he was telling me, like, you need to record it. And I'm like, nah, like, I don't really like it. You feel me? He like, nah, bro, you bugging. Like, you need to record it. So I goes, you know, I record it. I puts it out. That was actually my first single that I put out off of the project. And, you know, it did really good. So I did my first show. Like, I did my first show. I remember doing my first show before the project dropped. And then I just so happened to perform that song. And then the whole crowd sung along.
Oh, wow.
Like the whole crowd. So this song that I'm like, yo, this joint is whack. Like, I don't really like it. I know I like this. People ain't gonna like it. Like, nah, I feel like a sucker talking about stuff like this.
Nah.
But then the reaction that the people gave to me when they started singing along and they heard it, I was like, wow, that meant a lot.
That's
so
dope.
I was happy he told me to record it and go through with that.
And you know what? A lot of girls are gonna like it too.
You think so?
Yeah. Alright, I think a lot of girls want a hood dude, but like we want guys that's like, you know, able to get in their bag just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Don't get in it too much. Then I'll have to block you. But no, it's like it's just the right amount. So
right.
I like it. You added some flavor to it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, so why did you title your album Vibe With Me?
Because that's what I wanted them to do.
Okay.
Like I really wanted them.
Simple.
I really wanted them to just vibe with me. It's a project about me basically venting, you know what I'm saying? And not only talk about my heartbreaks, but also talk about me getting over my heartbreaks, and also talk about what I'm wanting. You feel me? So, and also talk about what I got. You feel me? So it's like it evolves, and instead of me talking and having a conversation with you one-on-one, you know, I put it on the track and I just come vibe with me. Come listen to what I have to say.
Okay, so what about the person that you were talking to? Does she like it?
She loves it.
Aww.
She loves it. She was telling me before like the project dropped, because you know she heard it before it dropped. She was like, every song on here is fire. Like they gonna like it. And I'm like, you just saying that because we talking. She's like, no, yeah. That's exactly what she said. She said, no, like it's really good. Like you bugging. I'm like, oh. I'm my worst own critic. Like I'm my own worst critic.
Always.
So it's like I could make it. Like for example, like the F You song. Like I hated it. Like I'm like, why would a person make something they hate? But you made it. Like why would you make it? But everybody likes it.
And sometimes you grow and then your taste change.
Right.
So, but nah.
Right.
The whole album is fine. Whole album.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So what is some advice you would have for somebody who is currently in your shoes?
To don't stop. To keep doing what you love. You know what I'm saying? Don't make no excuses. If you really want to make it happen, I'm sure you could go out and make it happen. And just have fun with what you're doing. Yeah.
That's right. Don't stress out too much.
Don't stress out too much.
Start breaking out and all that.
If you start stressing out, you don't need to do it no more. You don't want to lose hair and all that.
I'm gonna have to take that advice. But thank you so much, Stash Cash, for coming today.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate
This
it.
was amazing.
Yes.
Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, like the video, and comment, and don't forget to share.
You're dead to me. I don't wanna live like this no more. Girl, I'm just gonna leave. It could've been you and me. Now it's a memory. The good shit you couldn't see, I've held you down through it all. Now we here, love is lost. Heartbroken is what it costs to be in love. Blinded by